Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We have a lot of insane XRP bullish, super bullish news to cover today. We have a lot of utility coin news to cover today. They're popping off. They're making some money. They're getting to the money right now. We have some other bank coin companies. Their partnerships are out of this world. We're going to jump into it right here. We have this article and it is titled Ripple's XRP. Well, wait. I don't want to read that part of the title. Let's go here. Ripple's XRP set to become world's reserve currency, claims investment firm CEO. Now, while this is this individual's opinion, let's hear them out. Let's see why they feel like it might become a reserve currency. We've heard a lot of talk about this as of late, right? It says in a recent interview at the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, Oliver Mickel, CEO of Tokentis Investment AG. I'm sure people are going to be on him. If he has a Twitter, they're going to be on that Twitter asking him questions about why he said this. A leading German Web3 venture capital firm confidently stated that XRP is primed to become the world's reserve currency. I would just say a reserve currency, right? There's a few, according to the IMF. If you know, you know, I posted that information before. It says Mickel highlighted XRP's unique ability to provide liquidity for foreign exchange reserves, international transactions, investments, and various global economic applications. This versatility positions XRP as an ideal candidate for a world reserve currency. And then it says this, solving cross-border hassles. He goes into a little bit of that, but we know how good. We know XRP is the best of the best when it comes to cross-border payments. We know that. All of the bank coins are up there. Really, they're really all part of really one network. You want to be you want me to be completely honest. New financial system is all hand in hand. Then it says XRP and on-demand liquidity. It says Mickel shared his perspective on the future role of the XRP ledger and Ripple's on-demand liquidity, especially in light of the rise of central bank digital currencies, emphasizing the need for central banks to adopt digital currencies promptly. He pointed out Ripple's bridge technology. Haven't I been saying that ability to bridge everything together is going to be key? And if you've been keeping up with that BRICS info, if that's legit, and I don't know if it is or not, we'll see, because there's no way to know if those countries are going to actuate or not on what they say. But they claim that there's 55 countries waiting to join BRICS. That's what they claim. We'll see if that actually happens in the future, because if it does, you're going to need bridges everywhere, because a lot of those countries, and there's a lot of them banding together, they're not going to be using Western systems. They're just not. So then, but you still need to do business with them. They have a lot of resources. They have a lot of things the West desires and props themselves up off of. So, I mean, you have to have a way. You have to have a way of interoperability without having a middleman that is biased, right, for lack of a better word. So that could be key. It says he pointed out Ripple's bridge technology as a key enabler for connecting central banks, giving Ripple a unique advantage in the market. Then they have a section here. I'm just running through this real quick. It says the future looks good. I agree. I agree. A lot of Bitcoin maxis and elitists agree. Also, a lot of big wigs at these companies obviously agree. It's just that nobody knows the timeline. We have to wait. I'm waiting until the end of that case. Like I said, I believe a lot happens after that SEC case is done, and then all the institutions can play. It says the future looks good. With confidence, Mickel expressed his belief that given time and positive developments from Ripple, XRP has the potential to emerge as the world reserve bridge currency. So we shall see if that comes true. This is one person's opinion, but I would love it if that does happen. And I think that when we see an unleashed Ripple, I think you're looking at a juggernaut, the likes of which most people have never seen in their lifetime. If you just unleash them, and once that case is over, they will be unleashed. And we're like so close. We're so close to that. And then at the same time, you have this wild bull market popping off. You got Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up, was up. It did. Bitcoin sold a little bit. I don't know what it's doing right now. Right. By the time this video was posted, I don't know where that price is going to be, because it'll be hours from now since I recorded this video. Then you had XRP went up past 60 cents. Where did it go? Did it go to 64 cents? I don't know, but it went past 60 cents. I got the alert. Then it sold off a little bit. They kind of sold off together. You see how that works? But I mean, Everything's going so insane right now. There's certain cryptos popping off right now. So when I hear these extremely bullish Bitcoin predictions, I'm saying to myself, where's the rest of the market going to go? Because listen, if you're positioned correctly right now, the gains are pretty good. They're pretty good, right? So let's say Bitcoin goes to $100,000, like a lot of people are predicting. And now they're changing. A lot of them are changing their predictions. We'll get to that a little bit later. They're changing their predictions now from 100,000 to 125,000 to like 200. We're seeing this 200,000 number become like the average right now, right? That's what I've seen the most. 200,000 right now is what they're all calling for. If it goes there, where do these other cryptos go? It's going to be insane. I mean, yeah, I'm excited. I don't care what anybody says. I'm excited. But yeah, I know how this works. I know there's going to be dips. I know there's going to be corrections. I believe. I'll save that for the members only video. I was going to say something. I'll save that for the members only video. But let's go here to this next article. All right. All right. So now this article here is titled XRP price can reach 3 to 4 digits. It's coming. This is coming from the same individual, but he's doing an interview with someone else. He's doing an interview. No, he did an interview on television, but this was brought to the XRP community by Digital Asset Investor. So shout out to Digital Asset Investor. All right. And it says this: a correspondent at a Frankfurt Stock Exchange believes XRP clinching 3 to 4 digit price is feasible. Once again, this is this individual's opinion. I will love it if it goes there. I will love that. But there's no guarantees in anything. OK, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It says, citing the crypto assets immense utility in the finance scene. Oliver Mickel, founder and CEO of German-based venture capitalist firm Tokentis Investment AG, said this while speaking in an interview with Hedera Aktionär Reporter. Digital asset investor and XRP community figure recently highlighted the interview on X. It says, when asked what excited him about Ripple and XRP, Mickel noted that Ripple's position as a company with a board structure rather than a foundation is a good thing. Then he talks about on-demand liquidity once again, like in the first article. But let's scroll down here. Come on, brother. Talk to me about that 3 digits. Oh, here we go. This is not the 3 digits, but he starts talking money. Mickel confirmed that he is interested in prices. Get this, folks. You tell me why they're all saying this. Why do they all have this number in their heads? We saw 2 Bitcoin elitists, maximalists, according to articles, say $5. Get a load of this. It says Mickel confirmed that he is interested in prices because of his company's investment. He projected a price of $5 to $10 for XRP. Why is everybody saying $5? Do you believe that that's a coincidence? It could be. Look, it could be. I'm asking a question, right? So I can hear your thoughts and, we can bounce ideas off of each other. But it's like, do you feel like they know something? Why not $1? Why not 2? Why not 3? They're all saying $5. You've seen articles, $5. Hey, maybe they do know something. I'll leave that up to you to decide. According to Mickel, XRP's price targets would come in waves, sort of like what I used to say a lot. I believe everything happens in degrees. Same thing. Waves, same thing. It says with $5 to $10 being targets for the first wave, just the first. Speaking further, he revealed that his interest in Ripple and XRP is due to the fact that he and his company are invested in both entities. Okay, so look, you have some incentive. I get it. You have some incentive, but also you have that incentive because you believed in it. You believed in the project. You believe it can go places, right? Because you know something. Now, what you know, that's what the interviewers need to be asking. Why do you feel that way? What do you know? It can't just be on-demand liquidity. It can't just be all this other stuff. Like they have to have some partnerships that you know about that make you super bullish. I mean, listen, you can have the greatest tech on earth, but if nobody uses you, what difference does it make? So over the years, as I'm hearing about more and more banks joining RippleNet, I'm like, oh, I'm getting more and more bullish. I wouldn't think it's different for another individual. You have to know, so there has to be a catalyst. something that's going, someone or some entity that's going to use the technology that's making you feel like, yeah, it's going to go here. Like they say, you're saying this confidently. I'm just playing with thoughts here. It says XRP could soar to 3 to 4 digits. Now, keep in mind, I haven't seen a timeline on this yet. So I'm keeping that in mind. I'm trying to be as logical as possible. Right. So there's no timeline on this. I would take it if it happens quickly, if that was going to, I'm not saying it is, if that was going to happen. It says, as the interview progressed, the respondent sought Mikkel's thoughts on the future of Ripple payments. Let's scroll down here just a little bit because we have so much news to get through. The Tokentis CEO believes in such a scenario where XRP is being used as a bridge currency is being used to its best potential. I'm just going to paraphrase there, right? It says XRP's price could switch from 2 digits to 3 or 4 and possibly 5 digits. Well, this person is super, super bullish. All right, I'll take it if it goes there. All right, but I keep my wits about me. So this article is titled, Flare hits all-time high, all-time market high. You imagine the people listen, let me just read the article. It says, within the past 24 hours, Flare hit a new all-time high of 5 cents, its highest point since it began trading in the open market. This all-time high is not to be confused with Flare's pre-market value, which is way higher than 7 cents, 7 cents according to CoinMarketCap data. Let's scroll down here. Recall that many exchanges, notably BitTrue, listed, they go into the whole past of Flare. I don't care about that. The point is, it's hitting this new all-time high. What happened? What about the people that bought when it was at a super low price? You see, get what I'm saying? It's the same. Once again, I'm going to make the comparison. They're both Flare tokens. I'm going to make the comparison to Songbird. Listen, just imagine Songbird is what, like a penny now, like 0.016, something like that. Just imagine the people that bought it at 0.008, the kind of gains they're sitting on. They have 100,000 Songbird or something like that, right? So then think about the people who might have bought it at 0.005. See, this is why it's good to do research and find out which tokens are going to be hot. What are they working on? The projects that they're working on, the things that they're doing have people super bullish. So I could see that from a mile away that was going to be something. They're going to pop off. The people right now, a lot of people say, well, 5 cents, not a lot. Do your calculations on if somebody bought it at 0.008 cents. 0.009. Well, like I said, I'm contrasting with Songbird, really. But when you get the smallest price fluctuations and you're sitting on delicious gains. Now, with them, it's going to be interesting. I'm still watching them. It's going to be interesting because, once again, it's doing this. And they haven't even rolled out their major thing that they said they're going to roll out this year. We'll see if they keep their word, which is the F assets, smart contracts. They have a couple of things that they're trying to roll out. That hasn't even hit them yet. That brings a lot of Bitcoin activity to their chain, XRP activity to their chain, and something else. Is it Dogecoin? I think Dogecoin. They're bringing smart contracts, trustless smart contracts to a couple of these things. That could be significant. Then another thing that I've been reading it. I've seen it with my own eyes. People saying how they enjoy getting paid from Flare with the, what do they call that? The Flare, you have the Flare airdrops. Then you have staking rewards. If you do that, you can delegate or you can stake. So you have these two things that are keeping people in that ecosystem. Like, I just find it really interesting, this company. I really do. You make up your own mind. Like I said, I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm just sharing thoughts here. You don't have to ever buy any Flare or Songbird. It doesn't matter to me at all. Okay. I'm just a researcher reporter. I want to make that clear. All right. So make up your own mind about that. But I personally actually find that really interesting. So now let's move on here. We have some Bankcoin news to get to. So just a little bit of information here. We heard about the integration with Hedera and Pith the other day. I was tired earlier. Now I'm starting to get a little energy. See, you guys energize me. I appreciate you out there. I really do. Thank you for being here. It says here, Pith integration brings 400 plus price feeds to the Hedera ecosystem. They've been doing good as well, haven't it? The Hedera price, Hbar price, been up a little bit lately, hasn't it? You guys let me know. I just hold it. Like, that's one. See, some things I just keep it on the cold wallet, and I'm just waiting. I don't really check the prices too often on certain assets. I have certain ones that have my eye, and I'm just like, I might check it a little bit more often. But Hedera, Hbar, I just keep it on the cold wallet, and I just waiting for it to do its best. But I think I saw it up a little bit. Anyway, let's just briefly read this a little bit here. It says, we're excited to share the Pith price fees are now available to all Hedera developers. So the reason that came back to my mind, the price going up a little bit, I think people are super bullish because Hedera is coming out with one bit of bullish news after another during the beginning. Like, I want to make that clear. I think this is the beginning of a bull market, even though Bitcoin's price is so high. I don't think that's anything compared to where it can go. And I think people know that. So I don't expect the market to react because Bitcoin's gone back to 60K or whatever, the way that it did in 2021. No, I think we're dealing with a completely different market that's looking at a much, much higher Bitcoin price before massive liquidity really starts to come out of there and play in a lot of these other tokens. Even though, like I said, we do see other tokens taking off a lot. I'm looking at a lot of good stuff right now. But I think in the future, it's going to be much, much bigger. I think, like I said, until it proves me wrong, and I could be proved wrong. I'm not a psychic, but I believe we're looking at a massive bull market. And I do believe that liquidity is going to come out of Bitcoin because there's a lot of people who just want to make money off Bitcoin. They don't want to hold Bitcoin. They don't. They just want to make some money, and then they're going to go to other tokens to double it, triple it, quadruple it, whatever. And they're going to play. It's not just crypto. They're going to play in a couple of different markets, right? There's a lot of markets ripe for the taking right now. And a lot of things are going to come down. We'll discuss that another time. Now let's go here. Just a little bit more Hedera news. See, they're just super bullish right now, Hbar. It says, this is from Hedera.com. It says, BitGo joins the Hedera Council to further the success of the Hedera network and support innovation. Once again, I believe that the council can only come into play later on after there's crypto clarity. And hopefully we get that in the next year or two. Big companies, institutions can't play the way that they want to with these technologies while there's not absolute clarity. They already made that clear. But they're positioning themselves so that when there is clarity, they can run wild with the technology. Now, retail is going to have a different mind state because retail is like, what about now? The price now. I have bills to pay now. I want money now. But I understand that. That's just the retail mind state. But it has nothing to do with the companies. The companies will wait out. We all know they have the capital to do that. I get it's way different than retail. But as a long-term investor, I have to recognize that and say to myself, okay, in the future, how long do I want to hold this asset? Can I hold it this long? Is it a detriment to my life? No, it's not. Either it is and I need to sell, or it's not and I'm going to hold. So if it's not and I'm going to hold, all right, what are the long-term catalysts? And it's these things like this, the council, waiting for that council to get active. They're not sitting on the council of Hedera for nothing. It's just that they can wait much longer than retail can. They can outlast retail, and they have certain requirements before they can use it. Same thing with XRP or any of these utility coins. The big companies that are designed to use them can't step in just yet. But when they do, if they do, whoa, Nelly. So it says BitGo Trust Company Incorporated, the leading asset trust and security company, has joined the Hedera Council to support innovation and invest in the future success of the Hedera network. BitGo launched in 2013, and with over 1,500 clients globally across 50 countries, BitGo provides highly secure hot wallets and multi-jurisdictional regulated custodial cold wallets within a single platform and a unified API. All right, so let's move on here because I want to get to this right here, one of my favorite coins right now, and I think it's super bullish into the future. We haven't seen anything from it yet. Nothing like what we're going to see in the future. Just my humble opinion. All right, not financial advice. Solana. Said this article is titled Solana eyes $600 target an upcoming crypto surge. $600. Listen, I want to see, I like to see a $200 Solana first. I don't need to jump that far ahead. Let's go to $200 at 150, right? Where is it at right now? Last I saw, once again, I don't check the charts all the time, but I think I saw Solana at like $111. Let's go to 200. Let's start with 200 and then we build from there, right? That's how I feel. But if it goes to 600, I'll take it. It says in recent quarters, Solana's increasing on-chain activity points to a strong underlying demand for SOL tokens. It says Solana looks poised to undergo a bull run in the current crypto market boom led by Bitcoin, argues independent market analyst Hans Soler. It says at the core of Hans Soler's bullish analogy for Solana is its potential to replicate Ether's price trends during the previous crypto market bull runs. For instance, in the 2020 to 2021 bullish cycle, ETH's price surged from around $85 to as much as $4,935. Wow. Tailing Bitcoin's uptrend. Interestingly, ETH's uptrend increased by approximately 1,400% after Bitcoin established a new record high above $20,000. As shown in the 3-day chart below, they have like a nice little chart here. It says the fractal could repeat in 2024 as Bitcoin pursues an extended bull run above its November 2021 record high of $69,000. Nonetheless, as Hans Soler argues, Bitcoin refreshing its all-time high could benefit Solana equally this time. Yeah, so listen. I was saying in some other videos that I believe that around 55,000 to 60K, I think that's the range I gave, that you would start seeing, these other things go up. And we have been seeing other things go up. You saw Flare the other day. What did they do? 16% the other day. A couple of other coins went up pretty good, pretty good. We're seeing that volatility, that pre-explosion volatility start to pick up a lot with the swing traders and day traders. They are a great sign to, that things are really picking up. So I'm paying attention to that as well. But I do believe that for it to really explode, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I think Bitcoin's going a little bit higher, and I think the market's going to go a little bit higher. Now, here's the thing I want to say. I want to put this out there, this thought. Because I see a lot of people saying, well, the last bull run, they had injected this liquidity into the economy, But here's what you're not taking into account. Number one, there is a global need for capital. A lot of economies are hurting and the people are desperate for capital. The gambling amongst the people also shows like the increase in gambling and sports betting sites. And I watch stuff like that. Like I never participate, but I watch like the data on it, and it has increased exponentially. Why? Because people need money. I read the comments of the people who engage in those things, and they make it clear they need money. So they're looking for quick money opportunities. They're willing to throw money at something that could double and triple their money. So that desperation is I'll call it a desperation liquidity. People will go into they will bring the liquidity. They will bring the liquidity some way, somehow. They're going to find liquidity and inject it into Bitcoin so that they can, double and triple their money, make more money because they need it literally. Whereas before they didn't really need it. They just had money to throw around. But that balances things out where you don't have that fabricated liquidity from the government. You have desperation liquidity from the people for sure. And they're just waiting. A lot of them haven't even gotten in yet. And that's going to really, really pump that Bitcoin price up, especially now that there's not a lot of FUD around Bitcoin, mainstream FUD. So the people are getting more used to it. They hear the institutions are involved now. They got the green light. That liquidity is just waiting. It's just waiting to flood in my humble opinion. And that's the balancer. That's the one catalyst that people are not taking into account. Desperation, liquidity, and I believe it's coming. It hasn't gotten there yet, but it's coming. The people, those regular people, almost never get in until things reach what people believe to be a top. When things reach a top, that's another thing. When things reach a top, that's when people start promoting these type of cryptos more than ever. You ever notice that? It's like it's at the top, and they're like, "I found this crypto." That hasn't even started yet. But it will. And these people, these influencers are going to push this stuff everywhere. And for some reason, I'm telling you, people are going to come in. They don't know like, oh, it could be a top. There could be a a dip coming. They could be used for exit liquidity. And I actually think, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I could be completely wrong. I think this time, when people do that, they pull that move, I think Bitcoin's going to keep going. I think Bitcoin, like, listen, there could be big dips. There could be big corrections. I'm expecting that. But I think Bitcoin is poised to go much higher this time because of the global, not just the US. And the US is in a bad chokehold right now, economically, financially. Just know that. But it's not just the US. Globally, the people need money. And I think they're all ready. Not all, but, the majority of them are ready to play. They're ready to play, and they're watching. They're watching and they're waiting. They want to see if this is consistent for a little bit longer. They want to see if there's going to be a massive dip or something like that. I know it really doesn't mean anything to a pro, because we know a dip could happen at any time. But to them, they take those assurances before they get involved, So I don't know. I'm playing with all of those thoughts. I'm watching everything. And I just think that, I think that could play out. Yeah, I know I laid out a couple of scenarios. Which one you think can play out, Mick? I think they're all, whatever I said, I think is a possibility. Bitcoin could go higher. Desperation liquidity is coming. I think that's possible. So now, and if that happens, yes, Solana could go higher. XRP will go higher. You already see them moving with Bitcoin. That lag started to kick in. You saw things going up, and the micro caps will continue to explode. You see the micro caps going up. And some of them have gone up significantly. So now let's close out here. We're going to close out. Let's see. I have an article on Cardano, and I have an article on Bitcoin. Okay, let's do the Bitcoin article because it's relevant to what I was saying earlier. So let's close out with this. This individual, Peter Brandt, before was calling for $100,000 Bitcoin. Or $125,000. My apologies. Now, Peter Brandt has raised his Bitcoin price target to $200,000. So now that's like maybe 4 or 5 people, big timers, calling for $200,000 Bitcoin. Why are they all arriving at this point? Now, maybe they want to pump it. Of course, everybody wants to pump their crypto, I suppose. But I don't think that's what it is. They've been adjusting and readjusting. I'm going to think that these adjustments are coming from advisors, right? And I believe, you know what? I'll save that thought for another time. But I believe that I'll say Bitcoin to, let's go to 100K first and see how things work out from there. If Bitcoin makes it to 80K, I think is going to go insane. People are going to want a piece of that, especially if they see a little bit of stability in it. Even if there's dips, if the dips don't last too long, like this last one, they had a little bit of a dip and then it just popped right back nice, easily. I think that will reassure the people, and then they'll want to get in, and that's going to lift the entire market. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the Monday.